What is up, Wikimaniacs? On today's episode, we have a husband who invades his daughter's privacy, a wife tells her partner to F himself, a sister learns a secret that could destroy her family, a bride stops her reception, a husband is fed up with his lazy wife, and OP tells his friend what her tattoo really says. For the Patreon exclusive stories, we have an OP who wants to split the bill, and we have an OP who wears her wedding dress to another wedding. If those sound interesting to you and you want day early and ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not ready.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here for another Am I the Asshole January episode. I've, of course, got my two co-hosts here, John and Sean. What's up, boys?
Hello. I see Sean rocking the division-winning Houston
AFC
Texans
South
jersey.
champions.
You love to
Got that
see it.
7 on me. Is it a CJ Stroud jersey? We won't talk about it, but it's a 7. You better believe it.
I did call you out on that, like when you were in Houston. I was like, damn, bro, you're already rocking a CJ Stroud jersey.
Oh, hell no, I ain't got that kind of money. For those who know, I do have an active quarterback jersey that wears 7. It says
Hey,
Keenum.
Texans GOAT.
Got that Case Keenum, Texans GOAT. U of H, University of Houston Cougar. Legend.
Oh, man,
Case
I have
Keenum.
no fucking clue what you're talking about.
And neither does 90% of our fucking audience, if we're being completely honest.
But I will say, Sean, in a couple weeks from this episode dropping, I will have my 1 week where I care about football or whatever.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I watch it that
Okay.
day.
You got some money on there?
No,
Oh, okay. Just for the commercials.
I'll be in Florida during that time. It might be high.
Ooh.
Whoa. We're going to see
So-
Josh on a Florida man story.
Just me being carried away by a bunch of Florida fans.
Get this guy out of here.
This guy's not talking about hockey. Who gives a fuck?
Hey, hockey's pretty big in Florida.
Not as big as it should be, but anyway,
shit.
that's my bias. But anyway, boys, we are locked in a tie.
And
Still.
it'll stay that way.
I love
No.
it.
Well, I mean, I hope not, but I guess we'll find out. We got 6 stories today, and they're all pretty crazy. So, first one we got here, cross-posted by Blood Unicorn Valkyrie,
Goat?
Goat, and the title is, Am I the Asshole for telling my husband to apologize for invading our daughter's privacy?
Who's first?
Oh, that's a great question. I think you, John.
So they're asking if they're the asshole for telling their husband to apologize
Yes.
for invading their daughter's privacy. I gotta say no. I mean, if
Yeah.
the partner did invade the daughter's privacy, then they should apologize for that. So yeah, I'm going no for this one.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with asking anything. You know what I mean? I
True.
don't say you'd be an ass. Well, you could definitely ask things and be an asshole for sure. For sure. But this, asking for forgiveness, asking, to apologize. I don't think there's anything wrong.
They're telling him to apologize. Not
Oh, it's time
asking.
to apologize.
If that changes your mind.
It doesn't, because
It's
I
still an
stand
invasion of
with my
privacy,
brother.
though.
Fair enough. I just thought I'd clarify that for everyone. All right. So I, 36 female, have a daughter, Stacy, 17 female. And 2 days ago, my husband, Josh, 38 male,
Asshole.
just for the name alone, had borrowed her phone to send a text to my mother-in-law since his phone had died. From what he told me, after Josh had texted his mother, he'd opened up Chrome on Stacy's phone and saw a website called Archive of Our Own on one of his tabs.
Isn't that the smut place?
OG listeners will know that's where we go for. Actually, might not even know because I don't think we even shout out the website we go to, but that's where
The
we
No,
find
I've said it before.
first YouTube
I feel like-
strike we've
Yeah.
ever gotten because
was linking to that website.
And it won't be old fans only, because guess what's coming Monday? A little sneak peek.
Oh, can't wait.
Ooh.
So yeah, had a smut. She had a smut website open.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
There was a story about a character essaying another character from one of Stacy's favorite shows in a graphic detail. It disgusted my husband so much that he stormed into Stacy's bedroom, confronting her with it, and began yelling at her for reading it. Stacy cried because he called her disgusting during it, and then Josh took the phone back to our bedroom where he stayed for most of the day. He probably kept reading it.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why'd you stay in the bedroom all day?
Yeah, all day is weird. When I came back home from work, Josh told me what had happened and demanded we punish our daughter by taking her phone away from her for the next 2 weeks and sending her to therapy. I said no to all of that and asked Josh why he was snooping through Stacy's phone in the first place. He couldn't come up with an answer. I told him that there is much worse things like Stacy could be doing than just reading about something so dark, that he invaded our daughter's privacy and hurt Stacy's feelings by calling her disgusting. I took her phone out of our bedroom and gave it back to Stacy. I then told Josh that he should apologize for invading Stacy's privacy and calling her disgusting. Josh has since apologized for calling our daughter disgusting, but hasn't apologized for snooping and refuses to do so. He says I'm being an ass for expecting him to. Am I the asshole?
No.
Feels good to be right.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people like to read, me not included with that. I'm a terrible reader, but I feel like you can access those type of books, whether if it's that website or you can, I mean, a lot of books that are recommended by TikTok has those types of themes and in stories, you know what I'm saying? So
There's like an extremely popular Harry Potter fan fiction that's
I've heard,
and it has Draco essaying Hermione. Like that's how it starts.
Oh God,
I haven't read it, but that's apparently a very popular fan fiction, and I'm like, oh,
well, I mean, even
why?
50 Shades like bore out of was it Twilight fan fiction, I think. So I mean, I think it's more of a place where like first time writers try things out. There's obviously horrible things on there, but
yeah. Archive It for Your Own isn't all smut, guys. That's just where I find my smut without getting thousands of pop-ups.
Exactly.
But they have like other like for anybody type of stuff on there.
Yeah, it's like Reddit. You can go to the dark parts if you want to.
You can.
But
you definitely can.
Most people are in the chill subreddits.
Yeah.
The way John says you definitely can with so much conviction worries me. I'm not going to lie to you.
Anonymous browsing,
you
baby.
You definitely can. You definitely can. I was like, whoa, relax, brother.
A little too much zest on that response.
There's a little NSFW filter.
Does not exist on John's phone.
No, but really, it's for the dad to double down about. Okay, I can understand some concerns. This would have been a little different if the dad had gone like, "Hey, I was using your phone and I was going online, or I was using the web browser, and I just happened to stumble upon this book. It's a little concerning. Are you okay?" Have that type of conversation, but immediately the dad went, "You're fucking disgusting," without getting any context.
Shaming.
Immediately shaming the daughter. So that's the fucked up part. Had the dad approached it more dadly, I guess, that's the best way I can put it. This might have been like a different, with more empathy, more understanding. Like, hey, are you cool? Is everything okay? Instead of just straight up shaming her. Judgment might have been a little different, but you know, the dad doubled down and say like, "Nah, I'm not gonna apologize for snooping." And what the fuck? Your phone died. Why don't you go charge it, fool? Like, why do you have to use your daughter's phone for that?
So that's where I'm coming from. I'm like, that's weird that you're snooping through her shit. Like, he couldn't come up with a good excuse. Apparently, it was to text his mom or something like that. But like, does the text need to go out right away? Can you not charge your phone? You're in your own house. Do you not have a charger for your phone?
I feel like you stay at home in your room the whole day. You could have just laid down for 5 minutes and let it charge.
Send that text later, brother.
You're right. It might have been a premeditated.
That's
snooping.
what I'm thinking. Where I think he's snooping on purpose rather than it just being a quote unquote coincidence. Like
I could say it out to this though. What do you call it? He could have borrowed the phone, you know, because he felt like he needed to text, and while he was there, he was like, "Well, I have the chance to. Might as well snoop." Because I feel like a lot of couples will check their partner's phones for things.
The way I immediately yell out, "I'm so sorry, I accidentally opened a tab." I'm like, look, I didn't look.
I didn't look. Yeah, I don't know. And I get like wanting to monitor your children's like online activity, but that's something you do together as well. Just going off of what John said, like coming at from a more empathetic approach, as well as talking to your partner before you talk to your daughter about it. Cause I think
that too.
Like then you're going into it together and you have a plan rather than just storming in and screaming.
Yeah, going in hot like that was a huge mistake.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when, there could be a misunderstanding. I will say this though. If I, and maybe this is incorrect, but if I had a cis straight son reading stuff about characters essaying each other, I maybe would go in hot. And that's probably bad on me as a parent, but I would maybe be like, is my son a fucking danger to society? That would be my first instinct, which would probably not be great.
Yeah, I think you got to go at it with empathy as well, because I think, like for me, I think it's like you have a discussion about that and be like, all right, this is not okay.
But I'm just saying, like my initial instinct, which I admit is wrong.
For sure,
I would be scared. I would be like,
yeah.
Hey, at least you called it out now, so that way, if that situation ever arises, you can
now
come back
I know
to this
not
conversation.
to do that.
Exactly. See,
Just send Nancy in.
it's a learning lesson, buddy.
Go joint together, like y'all said.
Yes. Good cop, bad cop. Right?
I'm not sure who would be the bad cop, and that's
Definitely me, because I'm trying to come in hot. What the fuck, brother?
So Reddit deemed not the asshole, as I'm sure we can imagine.
Rightfully so.
Lechin12345 on our subreddit said, apparently it's a fanfic of House of the Dragons, so it's honestly not much worse than the source material, but seriously awful reaction.
Game of Thrones discusses.
Oh yeah, I've never watched Game of Thrones, but yeah, isn't there essay all over the place on that show?
Oh yeah,
all over the place.
Yeah.
So if the dad has ever watched and enjoyed Game of Thrones, he has no room to talk.
That's probably why he stayed in the room the whole time and probably read the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. I really hope that's not the case.
It probably is the case.
Camcree1 underneath that comment says, as a pretty active member of that fandom, House of the Dragons, and I also write fanfic, fuck OP's husband. I can't even imagine how embarrassed I'd have been if someone had done that when I was her age. I'm really curious how the husband tripped on the way from messages to her Safari, all the way to her browser history where he saw AO3 accidentally started reading and then didn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need to open Chrome to send a text?
AO3? I didn't know we had acronyms for one of my most popular sites.
Apparently. Also, this is in regards to what John said. OP's husband better not enter the YA or new adult section of Barnes & Noble. He might be at serious risk of challenging his preconceived notions. She's 17, not 12.
I gotta say, is essay like I don't, obviously, I'm like John, I don't read. Is essay like a common trope in these books? Also, why? Why is that?
Well,
I feel like
I think people write from like a place of, like the essay happens in the real world, right?
For sure.
So I think writing about real world things that happen, some people find comfort in reading that if it's happened to them potentially.
Oh, okay.
This is coming from me, a dumbass. Who knows? I cannot psychologically
we all
diagnose.
have no experience.
Yeah,
I don't read shit, so I can't comment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well,
just
neither do I. Other than,
I mean, it's
audiobooks.
also with like the content I choose to take is like very much never sad. So it's for
too.
me, I would like reading about that would be devastating.
Yeah.
So, but
which is a good response to that stuff. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Because like on first instinct, if I saw my kid reading that, I think I would be pretty concerned. I definitely, and then maybe this, like I said, this is wrong. Depending on their gender, if they had a gender, you know what I mean? I might go in hot.
Right,
just because we've seen so many weird dudes and read so many weird dude stories.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this is a common thing, but it is a common thing, and it's, to each their own. It's just reading at the end of the day. It's like video games. Like, what's wrong with all this murder? Well, it's just a game.
Yeah,
It doesn't
exactly.
really matter.
Yeah, TV shows, there's murder, there's all kinds of stuff on there that, people experience. So I think it comes from more of a people write down their experiences or
real life things,
right? That people can connect with. And that is a thing, unfortunately, that happens in the real world, just like murder, just like overdose, all that kind of stuff that people do write about. And I think that's maybe why it's common. But again, I'm not a writer. I'm not a
well, I mean, talking
reader.
to you about it is making it make more sense in my head about like why people would write, or like, because to me, if a book started off with that, I'd be like, whoa, all right, time to choose a different book.
Hey,
but
that
we
do
makes
have
sense,
a lot of,
Yeah,
we do have a lot of Wikimaniacs who are literary
scholars,
literary great people. So,
as we clearly aren't.
We're not. I can't even literate this. What I'm saying right now. So
I gotta say,
explain. If you know the reasons, please let us know.
For sure.
I mean, and I have to say, like, I maybe have read 10 books my entire life. So, like,
same, and most of them are required.
Obviously, I don't know shit. So, yeah, take everything I'm saying about this with a grain of salt. I'm very new to the culture of books.
Yeah, book talk is a huge thing. I kind of touch on it because Sienna sends me stuff from it because she's in book talk. But
yeah, Nancy and her friends have like book dates now, and I'm like, that's sick.
Oh, that's
I feel
cool.
like I should read more, but I'm like, where's the time of the day? I have at least 8 hours of wrestling I must consume every week. And during the middle of football season, I mean, when do I read?
And we have podcast date every week.
Yeah, and then we got a podcast. Now I'm doing 2 of those again, like an idiot.
Exactly. I got one more comment here that I thought was funny. So the guy's name that she used was Josh, and Green Eyed Cat went on to comment, does the house lack outlets? Chargers exist, John. He wanted to snoop, and Johnny, if you don't know about it, like fanfic and AO3 and just general tropes about fan fiction, my God, imagine being so boring. Imagine. And an appropriate lower score user 6527 said, who the fuck is John?
Is this on our subreddit or on the other one?
On our subreddit.
What?
Damn, what did John get blasted?
I think they just got the names confused because, like we said, generic names for men, and I think they just read John and got really angry.
God,
she's traced for no reason.
But I thought it was so funny because it was the perfect use of who the fuck is John.
Damn it.
All right, next one we got cross-posted by Little Jolly Panda. And this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Husband to Fuck Himself?
Nah, some husbands do be deserving that language. So I'm going to say, no, not the asshole.
Yeah, solidarity here. Until dudes prove otherwise that they know how to act right, you could tell them to fuck themselves. Because
this coming right off the heels. This coming right off the heels of a shitty husband story.
True.
Yeah, the first one was, am I the asshole for telling my husband to apologize? Now it's, am I the asshole for telling my husband to fuck himself? I
This
feel
is
like
the
a title
sequel.
for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my husband, 34 male, and I, 25 female, are new parents to our 10-week-old son.
One more time?
34 and 25, and at least a year because of the baby. They've been together.
Mm-hmm.
So
Interesting.
Illegal.
not illegal.
Actually. Illegal in the law of Sean.
The Constitution.
There it is. Yeah. So since our son was 1 week old, my husband has not been home due to traveling for work on contract. So I am by myself with our son 24/7. I've broken down a good 4 to 5 times as I feel very alone and overwhelmed with a newborn by myself while also trying to recover from postpartum. My husband expressed once he was home, he would allow me a break. What a nice guy.
He didn't. I bet you he didn't.
Sounds like no.
My husband came home for the holidays and I requested for him not to bring any negative energy into the house once he is home, as the baby can feel that, especially since my husband has been away for so long that I just wanted them to have a good time bonding and welcoming him back. He became angry at me for this.
But you're also a parent of that child. Why don't you want to bond with the kid?
I think he's more angry about her being like, don't bring any negative energy, which is
motherfuckers don't bring negative energy to
hilarious
begin
that
with.
he did the opposite.
He's probably like super defensive about it. And then it's got to take at least a second for it should take a second for him to be like, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Because I immediately got mad.
Right now.
That's the negative energy
me?
you don't want.
Am I the
you.
drama?
I understand.
So
Just don't be negative. What the fuck are you talking about, actually? I'm never negative.
I'll be what I want to be. So fast forward throughout the 2 to 3 weeks he was home, he barely interacted with our son. He would always be on his phone scrolling through Instagram or watching YouTube. I gently asked him if he could play and interact with him, as this is an important time for them to bond. My husband then accused me of saying that he's an absentee parent, which he is.
You kind of are.
Then if my husband does hold our son, it's for about 5 minutes, and then he'll say, "Here, go back to your mother," and then hand him back off to me.
Damn.
If our son cries, he then yells at him to stop and tells him that there's nothing wrong with him and that I've just spoiled him and that he's going to break him from that. Yeah.
Bro.
He never makes our son bottles or change his diapers, nor does any of the baby's laundry or get up with him during the night. Yet if I'm doing it, then he's criticizing me and telling me I'm doing it wrong or I'm not doing enough. Keep in mind, I have the baby all day and night. I only eat once a day and I'm usually good 2 days between showers.
And she's probably breastfeeding at this point. She's only
Probably.
eating once a day.
Yeah.
And the baby's sucking all the nutrients out of your body and you're eating once a day, baby girl. What the fuck?
Yep. Yesterday, I decided I really needed to pamper myself somehow. Prior to pregnancy, I loved painting my nails, so I thought I would try it again last night. My husband had been in the bathroom for 45 minutes, so I fed our son, strapped him in the baby wrap on me as he fell asleep. I sat in an open area of our home and by the patio for airflow to come in, and I painted my nails using organic products. Any of the products that had strong smell, I quickly used it and discarded it. I was completed with my nails at a max 25 minutes, and my husband comes out of the bathroom stating I'm endangering our son and that I'm a selfish mother. He then tries to take our son off of me, and I express that he's sleeping and I don't want to wake him as he's not been feeling well all day. My husband then accuses me of trying to keep his child away from him, which is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
And that he doesn't know what's gotten into me. I guess I just hit a breaking point in frustration, tiredness, and anxiety, and I told my husband to go fuck himself. I know it was quite extreme, and I shouldn't have said that. I'm just at my wit's end, and I'm
You should have said
like,
it more.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
should have
say, you should have said it
than
way
that.
more.
That is
And
fucking
earlier
letting him off.
than that.
I'm just at my wit's end, feeling like I'm the only parent, and then getting scolded for trying to have to do something for myself. So, am I the asshole?
No.
No.
There's no scenario where you're an asshole in any of this story that you mentioned.
Not at all.
Granted, he said she said the husband was in a contract work. I would normally be like, why aren't you in paternity leave? But I can understand sometimes contract work, those are not in, like paternity leaves are usually not included in those situations. So that might have been something that was out of his control. That
Sure.
part I can kind of understand.
I was the least mad at him about that part, to be honest.
Yeah.
In this
But
story.
Honestly, work is
but
work.
one-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Work is work, right? But when you're home and your wife is barely recovering, she probably pleaded her case saying that, hey, I've only been eating once a day. I've only been showering every other day. I'm with this kid 24 hours. And, oh, and by the way, I just gave fucking birth.
Yeah.
And for you to not take any responsibility or an accountability as a husband, you're a shitty partner. Now, I don't know the whole fumes, how that works with the whole like nail painting stuff, but as a husband, you should be able to like be aware of that. Hey, she hasn't been able to pamper herself. Like maybe, not even maybe, I need to fucking, give her some break and take the kid with me. And spending 45 minutes in a pooping or shower or whatever, that's something that's got to change, is knowing that you have a kid, right? So a husband is a complete douchebag in a situation. He can definitely fuck himself like 30 times and I would not give a shit about him. So,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, like I just don't know how you could say you love your wife and love your child and then just do something like that. Like you're watching your wife eat one meal a day, shower every other day, stressed out, and then, you just see a baby there and you really don't care unless
And yell at
it's
it.
something that you
Just
think
stop.
she's doing wrong.
Yeah.
So it's just like, did you even want to be a dad? Did you want to be in this? It sounds like no. And it sounds like, again, I don't know, Sean's law coming into effect here. The fact that she feels so bad about telling this guy to go fuck himself after bad thing after bad thing that this guy does. You just got to assume that the age gap has asserted some type of, power dynamics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows how long
Talk
they've been
to him,
dating,
Sean.
but like 23-year-old with like a 32-year-old, you're fresh out of college. This guy seems like he knows what he's doing. Yeah. Maybe everything's not so equal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion. Again, Sean's law isn't real law, but we are making progress, guys. Petitions are being signed. Just keep talking to your local elected officials.
Yeah. I agree with everything you guys said. For me, I think the worst part is him being like, I'm going to break him of that habit. And it's like,
that is
scary.
scary.
Baby. He's a baby.
Yeah. I get being frustrated as a parent listening to like a baby crying. I've heard, you hear many stories of parents being frustrated and especially if they're not sleeping and crying a lot.
I understand. Like, you're trying to like, I know a lot of people are like, all right, let the baby cry for a little bit. But like, I don't know. It seems, especially if you're like such a non-attentive parent as it is, to just be like, I'm going to break the habit. Yeah. I'm like, ugh. I feel like you should.
So that's where I was going to go into it because I'm like, I get that with parents that are like if she was upset with him for crying, that's more understandable because she's taking care of him 24/7.
24/7.
You're barely fucking around. So
yeah, true.
I don't know why you're so upset. So it's a huge red flag. Hopefully nothing abusive. There's some comments that were like alluding to that she might have said something about him shaking the baby. And that he has all the money and stuff like that. So I'm hoping
take
that's
that
not
money
the case,
from him.
But I hope she can get out of that because nothing but red flags from him, and I don't see a way for him. Like he's not going to change, basically.
Nope. The crazy thing is, this is the same guy that'd be like, I want another kid.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
For sure.
Because he didn't do anything for the first one.
Like,
so
this shit is so easy. Let's do another one.
Yeah, no.
Reddit deemed not the asshole, and we'll move on. We said most of the things the comments said, so we'll move on to the next story here. Cross posted by a goat dog Midscore Vader, who is a patron. I found out recently.
Oh, wow. Oh, hey.
Nice.
Yeah. This one's titled, "Would I be the asshole if I tell my sister that our other sister had an affair with her husband?"
If I tell my other sister. I'd say no. If my family ever hid the fact that like my partner is cheating on me and they knew that was going down and they didn't tell me and let me be oblivious and hurt for the rest of my relationship, I would cut them out so fast. So save your sister from a shitty marriage and shitty relationship and tell them and free them. So I'm going to go not the asshole for this one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, same. I'd like to know if I were the wife in this situation.
All right. So I, 29 female, have two sisters, Jess, 22 female, and Lina? Sure. And Lina.
How's it spelled?
Lina.
Lina?
Maybe Lena.
I thought Lena was with an
go
E,
with
though.
It is, but you know how people spell things weird.
Fair enough.
If it's like, if they're
S-H-A-U-M.
if their name is Angelina and then
You know how people
short
spell
it's Lena.
Sean, S-E-A-N.
Yeah.
It's
No, that's
weird.
the correct way. Actually, that's the fucking correct way. Watch your fucking tone, Josh.
So I have two sisters, Jess, 32 female, and Lena, 34 female. Jess and Lena used to live in the same small town about 12 hours away from me, my brother, and our parents. Then Jess moved here for a better job opportunity and for more help with my niece, Amy, 12. Jess hasn't even been in town for 3 months yet, and the last week she went and dropped a terrible fucking bombshell on us. Jess spent a year fucking Lena's husband, Jeff, and they even had a miscarriage together in that time. Yeah.
Did they say how old the husband was, Jeff?
This
not
motherfucker's like Sean Rule.
I don't know.
I mean, she's 21, or she was 22, so she was 21 when she was fucking this dude. You gotta imagine he's around the same age as Lena.
They're all 30s.
Oh, wait.
So
Wait, how old is Jess?
Jess is 32. Lena's 34. So they're well above the Sean. The Sean rule doesn't come into play.
I thought you said 22 earlier. I thought you said 22.
Sorry. Maybe 32. I did, but yeah, it's 30s. Sorry. OP's 29. I guess maybe that was where you got that.
Maybe, yeah.
So anyway, terrible either way.
Yeah, bad.
Lena has absolutely no idea. Jess brought all of us, me, my parents, my husband, and my brother, involuntarily into her shit show by just breaking down and dumping this all on us in tears after sending Amy off to play. Apparently, she was too guilty to live with herself without getting it off her chest somehow. The family is going nuts trying to decide what to do now. We urged Jess to come clean herself to Lena, but she flatly refused, saying that Lena is her best friend and she loves her too much to lose her friendship.
Do you?
Should have fucked her husband.
Do you really? Is she your best friend? I don't know.
And also that she feels it will break Lena's heart and destroy her family.
So why did you fuck her husband?
That's a great
question.
Isn't
like a one-time...
For a year. Y'all almost had a baby together.
Crazy. Yeah.
This is my best friend.
Jesus.
I love Lena. I don't want to break up her family.
Lena and Jeff have 4 kids together. My niece and nephews ranging from age 18 to 10.
They're old enough for a divorce. I hate to say it, that's, best.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no right age for divorce. You know what I'm saying? But they'll understand at that point.
I'm also trying to do the math. She would have been very young when their first one was born. Now that I'm thinking about it, 18. She's 34.
That's quick math.
Someone's gonna do that. Yeah. Nope.
I think that's 18, right? Yeah. So maybe the Sean rule plays a part, but we don't know how old Jeff is.
Well, we don't know how long they've been.
Yeah, exactly. So
we're just saying like it's probably the past year, right?
Who knows?
Or they didn't really say.
Yeah, I didn't say.
Oh, so this could have been at any point in the last 18 years.
Any point, yeah.
That's crazy.
So a big part of me feels like Lena deserves to know no matter what, but 2 things are really giving me pause. 1, the kids, and 2, Lena's feelings. The kids love their dad, love their house, love their land. They'd be ripped away from all of those things in a divorce, would they not? And I worry a lot about how Lena would cope if she knew. Lena has been such a devoted wife to Jeff, and she does consider Jess to be her best friend. It feels cruel to shatter her like this. Jess is pretty much dead to me over this, so is Jeff. I don't really know what to do, and I'm very torn. I just want to know what's best for Lena and the kids. Should I speak up since Jess won't, or not? I know infidelity is a sore subject when it comes to whether or not I should speak up. I need help. Would I be the asshole?
Here's what you do. I got it. It's planned out.
Okay.
What you do is you have a conversation with Jess. And while you're on having that conversation with Jess, you accidentally call Lena. All right? You got Lena on the phone. You're talking to Jess about it, being like, you got to tell Lena. This is so fucked. And then she'll be like, I can't. She's my best friend. And Jeff, it was just a mistake with Jeff.
It was just a 1-year mistake.
Yeah. Just a mistake for 365 days.
Over and over
again. Yeah, over, nonstop. Okay, yeah, look. You're obviously not the asshole if you tell. In my opinion, because I would want to know. But look, okay, your 2 concerns. The 18-year-old, they could sell him the house, actually. And then, boom, they don't have to get rid of their land.
Wow.
Also, kids are 10 to 18. Not saying that there's ever a right age for kids to get divorced or to experience having their parents get divorced. But, like, there's 4 of them. They could figure it out. And plus, they'd rather the divorce happen than be stuck in being in the shadow of lies and things like that. Or at least I would. If my dad was a piece of shit, I'd want to know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it sucks because it's messy. People are gonna get hurt. There's nothing you could do about it. But keeping Lena oblivious, I don't think is the correct answer.
Yeah, I agree. Sean said everything that needed to be said already. I do hate a backstabbing bitch. 2 backstabbing motherfuckers, even worse. I'd rather lose out on things, especially like supposedly this marriage. If Jeff really respected like the sanctity of marriage, he should have never done that. and knowing that you were doing it with supposedly your wife's best friend, and both of them knowingly doing it to each other. And that's just fucked up. Those are supposed to be the two people that you trust the most in your life. And for them to be able to do that to you, those are not the type of people you want surrounding you. So cut that out. Yes, it is going to be painful. There is going to be a lot of self-reflecting. You're probably going to question yourself, like, what did I do to deserve this? Is it my fault? Absolutely not. They're just two horrible people who just happen to get together. Yes, divorce is going to be messy. Figuring things out is going to be messy. But at least you're doing it now, and you still have a whole life ahead of you, still have a whole life ahead with your kids. And they deserve to know that their father and their aunt, right?
Yeah.
Is a piece of shit.
Gross.
And you should never surround yourself with those type of families. So hoping if you ever hear about this, hope that you're in a better place, and hopefully those two people are completely out of your life.
Yes. I agree with everything you guys said. Reddit team, not the asshole as well. If OP was to tell, and it comes along with an update here. So OP goes on to say, I had to go to work and then bed after posting, but I've done my best to read as many of these posts as possible. I really appreciate everyone who gave their perspective and advice. The folks who'd been cheated on personally were especially eye-opening. I'd asked myself 100 times in the past week whether I should tell Lena, just because I would want to know if it were me. Lena is honestly the most forgiving and timid of the three of us. Always has been. And when we were growing up, she'd get called a doormat. I would definitely want to know, but part of me truly worries that Lena won't thank us for this. It was an overwhelming response that showed me there's likely only one right answer, as painful as it's going to be. What pushed me to my decision were two things. One, I don't want to be seen as siding with Jess instead of Lena in Lena's eyes when she finds out. I want it to be from people who love her instead of her feeling betrayed, thinking she has no one on her side. And second, the people pointing out that she's currently potentially vulnerable to STDs. I know my asshole sister is clean, but I don't know about Jeff. And honestly, I've been so shocked over the situation that it didn't occur to me that he might be even a bigger piece of shit and could be sleeping with other people. That was the final push.
Damn.
Yeah. I didn't think about that either.
Yeah.
That was the final push. I don't want to hurt Lena, but I'd rather she never talk to me again than hold her hand after herpes diagnosis or while she has cervical cancer. Fuck that. I'm meeting up with my parents and my brother on Sunday morning, and we're going to have a big talk about how to handle the situation. My dad isn't going to be happy because he's terrified of the fallout, how the fallout will affect Lena and the kids when she knows, but ultimately Lena being safe matters more. I'm going to lead with the suggestion of forcing Jess's hand and making her confess that this is her fault. We don't want to tip Jeff off so he can't try to weasel his way out with lies first. And honestly, the logistics of getting Lena in person are going to be hard, but we'll pull together and see what we can do. I'm definitely not suggesting the Zoom call. I know those suggestions were well-meaning, but if my family did that to me, I'd die of shame, so we're going to pass on that. My goal is to have us make a plan and where we deliver a watertight ultimatum with a short deadline to Jess and then focus on what we can possibly do for Lena once she knows. If Jess refuses to fess up by the deadline, it'll probably be me and my mom telling Lena, in which case, wish me luck. Thanks again for the help, and I'll try to update again when I have significant news. So,
I think Jess for sure wants Lena to know.
Yes.
Sounds like, yeah.
She's just too much of a coward to do it herself.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I mean, obviously a coward. Only a coward would do this to their sister. So, yeah. I mean, I think this is a great plan. I hope, Lena sees it as a good thing eventually that you told them. I'm sure she will be hurt and upset at first, but
Which is a perfectly normal response.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even if she gets mad at you initially, I have a feeling she'll come around and be like,
yeah,
it's not their fault. I should be blaming them. So great plan. And I hope to see an update when possible. Wikimaniacs, keep an eye out for it. Let me know if there is an update.
Yeah.
We're keeping tabs on the feedback y'all gave us. So
trying
hold
to
us accountable, but let us know as well, because we're dumbasses. And
yeah. I mean, we have like on Reddit, we have like a post every time we have a new episode. And then also on Discord, we have like a episode channel. So it should be, if you'll ever see one, it should be easy to just link it in there, tag us, or tag, the GOAT Midscore or the GOAT Saskia.
Or y'all can help us out, get this covered on Reddit. People actually know we have a podcast. We do have it is an auto moderator, unfortunately, but all the episodes that come out, they do get posted on Reddit. So if you upvote them, maybe more people can engage with it, and hopefully more people can let us know that there's updates to the story. So
that's true.
Just out there.
All right, next story we got here, cross-posted by Little Jolly Panda again, twice in one episode.
Whoa.
They're killing it this month. I think it might be the first time they're on an episode too, so shout out to you. And this one is, am I the asshole for not continuing my reception? Sean.
I mean, it's you. Oh, it's me. Okay, yeah, it's your reception. Do what you fucking want. You paid for it.
Okay. John.
Wait, say the title again.
Am I the asshole for not continuing my reception?
Oh yeah, I just wanted you to repeat it, but I'm in solidarity with my brother here. Yeah, baby.
We're forcing Josh into a punishment, baby.
So I lied to you. The full title is, am I the asshole for not continuing my reception after my husband went behind my back? I thought that gave it away too much.
Still.
But
Oh yeah.
you guys joined anyway, so
You're
it didn't matter.
starting
We're still
out your
rocking.
fucking marriage going behind your spouse's back, bro. You are fucking up already.
Yeah. All right. So my now husband, Lucas, 26, and I,
Damn,
25
that sucks
female.
to say. Now husband. After you went behind your back. Hopefully, it's soon to be ex. That's pretty.
So we were getting married. We decided to tie the knot as we were having a little girl together and are madly in love. So leading up to the wedding day, Lucas told me that his best man, Jacob, wanted to propose to his girlfriend as it would be a great time and it's a nice venue to do it at.
Never is this appropriate, y'all.
No.
Who was the first one that was like, what a great idea? And now all
So
these people
tacky.
think it's a great idea. It's
Yeah.
you fucking. Look, I don't want to call you a bum, but there are free ways.
Call him a bum, bro.
Yeah.
There's free ways to propose. You don't have to have a big fancy, engagement. There are sweet,
Yeah.
kind, and free ways to do it. And I gotta say, this one, especially when they didn't pay shit for the reception, is insane. I would
I agree.
also leave my reception if my best friend started to propose, or I would kick them out, or I'd get the MC and be like, "Everybody, boo this man! Boo!"
We hate him.
Yeah.
I told you the guys the story of one of Sienna's friends' wedding last year. She was like, "Oh, Josh, you should propose at our wedding," and I was like, "I'm never gonna do that."
Do people just think that's like a normal? Like, are people cool with that?
She's a
'Cause
super nice. She's a super nice person.
Okay.
So I think she was just very really wanted it to happen for us. But I was like, I'm never doing that. I wouldn't do that to you guys.
Oh no, never.
Yeah. So I said I didn't want him to propose at our wedding as it's our special moment, not theirs, and that they can
Yes.
do it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Lucas told me that his friend was mad that I didn't agree. I just wanted the wedding to be about us because it was our special day.
Which it should be.
Yeah. After that disagreement, I thought nothing of it. Fast forward to my wedding day. We finished the church service and now we're at the reception and we're having fun eating. I'm eating my food and then Jacob stops the music at the DJ booth to make an announcement.
Oh, hell
no.
I would
I
be
just-
looking at my husband being like, you better fucking stop this, man.
You better
You better
tackle him
fucking
like one
stop
of the
because
Kelsey
you know
brothers.
what the fuck is going to happen. And I'm telling you right now, you better fucking stop it.
I just knew from that moment he was going to propose. I looked to see where Lucas was, and he was holding red and white roses walking out to stand in front of Chloe, Jacob's girlfriend, spelling out, "Will you marry me?" I was shocked that they went behind my back when I said no. I got up out of my seat and walked out. It's been 2 days since the wedding, and my husband cursed me out for not letting them have their special moment.
Fucking leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
Okay.
Get an
Leave.
annulment.
So easy. I hope you, get an annulment. Cause no, absolutely not.
I responded with, I wanted the day to be about us because it's our wedding, not theirs, and I'm happy for them. But the worst thing was that even though I said no, you went behind my back about it. Since that argument, he moved to the guest bedroom, and now most of my friends are cursing me out on all my socials.
What the fuck?
So am I the asshole?
Nah.
No, what
fuck
the-
your husband and fuck your friends,
Yeah,
bro.
these friends suck.
Annulment.
Holy shit, dude. That's
Maybe
crazy.
there's something that we're like ignorant to. Is there some place in the world where it's just cool?
That's
to do
okay. Yeah.
Because it's Definitely not.
Couldn't
in
be
Canada
me.
or the
Not
United
one that I
States.
know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is so disrespectful. And then have all your friends also be like, how could you fucking leave?
Excuse me.
Dude,
Insane.
You
I
better pay
told
me
my
back for all
husband
the
no,
fucking
and then he
plates.
lied to me. So not only did this happen on my day, my husband played a part when he knew I didn't want it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's
went behind my back to do this.
dude, this is supposed to be the happiest day of your life, and you're fucking pulling some behind the back lies to your now wife. It's been less than a day, and the lies have begun. It's crazy.
Marriage
an hour.
certificate's not even dry yet.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think the marriage license is.
Yeah,
Well,
it
no,
takes
some
a
people
few
get-
days, doesn't it? To
Yeah.
get submitted to
But
the
you-
government.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So
If he's already
technically-
bitching and like sleeping
I
in another
wouldn't send
room
that
and you
shit
just
in.
got married, oh my god!
To be fair,
I'm
she might
getting
be
annulment.
making him sleep in the other room, which is fair.
And he should.
Yeah, I agree
as he
with that.
should.
So Reddit said not the asshole. And ElfOwl1221 said, I'd personally go up there and ruin the proposal. I'd also announce the end of our marriage right then and there and say, thanks to coming for our annulment party, everyone. And special fuck you to Jacob and my soon to be ex. Y'all can go fuck yourselves. Now you hear.
Oh,
Mic
man.
drop.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should do in that situation. So thank you for that,
Mhm.
Elf Owl. The next one we got here, posted by Bright _wealth _9861. And the title is, Am I the asshole for asking my wife to actually do some housework while she's at home?
Normally I would say no. Sometimes you could be like, hey, maybe you could help out a little bit. But the way it's worded, he's saying like actually do something, makes me think that this person like nags them in a way where it's like demeaning.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go, yes, they're the asshole. Maybe they're like stay at home. Maybe they're like a stay at home parent and they're like tired and exhausted from taking care of a child or something. And he said something crazy like that. So I'm gonna go not the asshole for this one. Oh, I'm gonna
You're
say asshole for
asshole.
this one. Yes.
Right.
Okay, good, because I'm also going asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to correct you. I was like, brother, I don't want to. Not yet.
John pulls a fastball. I'm actually going to go not the asshole, I think. God damn it. Okay, so together again, the bane of my existence.
You're gonna like it.
We're gonna get this game canceled.
Yeah. So I, 35 male, have been with my wife, 29 female, for 6 years, married for 2. She's been off work for the past month or so and will be for the next few months. We agreed that while she was off, she would do 90% of the housework as I work an 8 to 5 job. Over the past 2 weeks, she's been giving me excuse after excuse as to why things like the laundry isn't done, the bathroom isn't clean, dinner hasn't been done. Some days she barely gets out of bed and our house looks like a right state. I'm embarrassed when my parents come over as my mom keeps her house spotless. I think they're British too, by the way. Says my mom.
Is it mum?
Mum.
My mom.
Because my mum.
And also they said a right state. So that's
I don't know what the fuck that meant.
I think it means dirty.
Oh, okay.
Last week, after I came home to only a fraction of the chores being done, I asked my wife if she was planning on actually doing the things she promised me she would do. She snapped at me saying it had been a bad day and I could be a bit more sympathetic. I pointed out that she said when she went off work that she was going to do the housework while I was at work. It's not difficult as both my mom and my sister can easily keep their houses clean and tidy. My wife blew up at me and said I was being completely unreasonable. She went to stay with her parents, both of whom have been texting me and calling me an asshole since. My parents and sister both think I'm justified for reacting like this. So am I the asshole?
Wait, hold on. Time out. The wife has a job, right? And she's off work?
She's off work.
Okay, is this like some sort of like maybe like a short-term disability or something? Or
I'm glad you asked, John, because there is an edit to this.
Oh.
So edit.
Okay.
Because people have already asked for more information. She's off work because she's 38 weeks pregnant with our first child.
Okay, you motherfucker. Of fucking course.
Wait, it's so much worse. I don't see this as an excuse because all the women in my family have worked up until their due dates and managed to keep their homes clean and tidy.
Well, I gotta
Why
get up
can't
again.
my
God.
wife? Holy. For those who don't know, 38 weeks is like over 8 months, I'm pretty sure. So she's a couple weeks from being, having a baby.
God damn it. At first, I was like, wait, hold on. I thought at first, like, the wife got laid off, like, cause saying, like,
Right.
off work. Cause it's like, dude, sometimes, like, it takes, like, a while for, like, your life to get together. Cause that is a freaking depressing time. Like, you're just trying to figure shit out, like, where you're gonna go next.
Been
So
there.
at first, I'm just like, give him a little space, like, sometimes a month is not enough. Cause that's a loss in a way, right?
Yeah.
But, dude, I was not fucking prepared for her to be
So
fucking
much
pregnant,
worse.
brother. Oh my God.
And he knows
I was
how
gonna
bad
say,
it is because he didn't
This
add it in.
whole, even before the edit, I was like, this guy seems very like traditionalist, kind of misogynistic.
Yeah.
Just like he was like, yeah, my mom keeps it clean. My sister keeps it clean. It's just like only women can clean in his mind.
Yeah.
You know
It
what I
didn't
mean?
say his
Bro,
dad
you
at
work
all.
8 to 5. You can help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I was gonna say too, brother. You work a fucking normal job, man.
Normal-ass job.
You know, fucking. How do you think any single people who work keep their house clean?
Yeah.
Because they fucking just do it after work like a fucking normal person.
Or
if
what did
your
you do
pregnant
when
wife-
when your wife also worked 8 to 5 or whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
you
Motherfucker.
should have had that, chore as well. So it's crazy.
And it
that
seems
you're-
like, your family's on your side because they're also fucking brainwashed by all the men in your family, it sounds
yeah.
like.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
agree.
Patriarch
yeah.
is strong with this one.
That's fun. Yeah, the patriarchy is strong. Yeah, that's just all around bad. And
God
this
damn it.
I think y'all already said it, but this motherfucker knew it was bad because he didn't mention that in the story until the edit. You fucking bastard.
Oh,
My
God.
Reddit said asshole, obviously.
Of course, yeah. Good.
Shit.
And
As
our
they should.
chart 1010 said maybe OP should marry his mom. And Afraid lower score sends 5363 said or his sister.
Dude, same fucking vibe as that one guy who's like, I'm tired of taking my roommate to my fucking appointments all the time.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be responsible for my roommate's pregnancy. And someone asked, are you the father? Yes.
Yeah. That's not your roommate.
That's fucking crazy.
Fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah. What a
Holy
piece of
shit.
shit. God damn it.
Man.
He's giving me the same vibe as the husband from the first story that we talked about. Or no, the second story, the one that didn't care about his baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, last one we got here. You guys will really enjoy this one. Unless you're a patron, then we got 2 more. This one, cross-posted by Unwilled, and the title is, Am I the asshole for telling a friend what her tattoo really says?
This is an Ariana Grande situation.
Yeah, this is a fucking
Fucking
chicken
barbecue.
finger in Japanese. Oh, yeah, barbecue.
Maybe she loves barbecue, guys.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think it's you
Yeah,
to
it's
end it
you.
off here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would say no. It's on their skin. They should know.
I would say no too.
Oh God, I can't wait for this one. All
This
right,
is the same thing as the dish from the Patreon story.
True. So I, 37 male, went out on New Year's Eve with a group of friends, and the group of friends had some friends of friends, basically people I've only known in passing. One of them, Andy, 39 male, brought his girlfriend Julie, 30s female. Julie decided to show a tattoo she'd gotten last week. She rolled up to her sleeve to show it, and she proudly announced that it said strength and beauty in Chinese. It was on her forearm, and I almost spit take. Now, I have to explain. I'm half Korean, but people have often mistaken me.
Korean? Oh my God.
But people have often mistaken me as Hispanic, so I don't really look Korean to most Westerners. I'm also not fluent, but conversational in Korean, and I'm able to read. The tattoo was Hangul characters. Is that how you pronounce it? Hangul?
Dustin, let us know.
Yeah, let me know. And definitely did not say strength and beauty. Julie got
Says kimchi or some shit.
Julie got upset at my spit take and asked what my problem was. I said, it's not Chinese and it doesn't say what you think it does. She got even more mad and said, what would I know? I explained I was Korean American and can read Korean, and what it says is not nice. I asked
Can
her,
I interrupt for that
Yeah,
for a
go
little
ahead.
bit? That's one of pet peeve of mine is every time I say like, hey, I'm Asian, they're like, oh, you're Chinese.
Oh,
Like, bitch, No. I'm like, there's more than one
Jesus.
type of Asians, guys. Please
Not to
stop
dumb
saying
people.
we're all Chinese.
To dumb people, there's only one.
Oh my God.
All right. So I asked her what happened at the tattoo shop, and she said she always wanted to get Asian characters and went to the shop and saw a Chinese guy in the shop and demanded he be the one to do her ink.
The guy was definitely Korean.
The guy was watching me fucking Hispanic.
Just a white guy with a really dark tan.
Just like literally anything besides.
So I asked Julie and Andy if Julie did anything that could have pissed the tattoo artist off. She denied it, but Andy confessed that she was super pushy about it and kept saying she wanted him to do it over any other artist in the shop because he would be used to the characters, plus a few other statements.
Damn.
I'm
She
telling
said,
you,
hey,
that
you
fool is
Asian ass,
Korean."
get your Chinese ass over here. This Korean man is just, all right, man, fuck this.
Oh, he's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
He was like, nah, you might want to talk to like, fucking, I don't know, Brian. He's good at Chinese characters. No, I want you and your Chinese ass. All right, brother. I got you then.
okay.
Fuck it. Let's go.
So by this point, she was crying and not enjoying hanging out for New Year's Eve. She wanted to leave and wanted Andy to take her. On her way
That's
out,
crazy that Andy was like, I gotta admit, y'all, she was being kind of fucking rude, actually. Like, Andy's keeping it real. That's fucking hilarious.
So on her way out, she asked me what it said. And I said, it's like the worst thing you could call a woman. It's like bitch, but worse. I'm guessing the C word, but I'm not actually sure. She just burst into tears while walking out. After the two of them left, the rest of my friends said I was a real jerk for spoiling her new tattoo, and I could have made something up or not reacted.
No.
I had to explain that the word used is really cultural faux pas, and to see it on skin is shocking to the highest degree, and the fact I was sipping on a beer while she revealed it only made a spit take impossible to avoid. Well, this morning I got some messages from friends saying I should really apologize to Julie for traumatizing her about the tattoo. I feel like this is ridiculous, like it's a really vulgar word on her arm, and if I had that on my skin, I'd like to know. But everyone thinks that I should just complimented her instead. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
No.
I know, but I also think,
Yeah.
I think after the spit take, you could have just been like, oh no, I'm sorry. And then later
Hell
pulled
no.
her and Andy away to the side and been like, look, all right, guys, I'm Korean. That's fucking Korean. That's not Chinese.
Yeah, but she also
then
sounds
just been
racist,
like-
so I think she deserves
Yeah.
it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So,
Like, you
know,
Chinese, man, you do this shit.
Yeah, you Chinese ass motherfucker. I'm fucking Korean.
Can you
Nah,
imagine
no,
him
you're
being
not.
OP being like, oh, I can read it, and her being like, oh, you're Chinese? And be like, no, you fucking idiot.
I will say, as someone who has tattoos, right? I think at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to what you're gonna have displayed in your body. So Juliet has a tattoo of her last name as well in Alibata, which is like the Filipino language before, like, you know, we all got colonized, but it's like the original language. So before she even got it tattooed, she looked for the letters and she got it authenticated by someone who's actually, like, you know, a speaker of that language. So
Right.
especially when you're doing it another culture that's outside of yours, I think it'd be a good idea for you to actually, like, be more cognizant about it, because you don't understand the nuances. Like, you don't understand, like, the letters and the you know, the language in particular. So why are you just gonna go to a random tattoo shops like, I fucking like that character, that means strength and whatever? Like, you didn't do the research
What's
to put
crazy is
something
she
in your
didn't even
body
fucking-
permanently.
She didn't even get like choose a fucking. It sounds like she didn't even point. She was just like, "You're Asian. Write that
You're
shit in
Asian,
Chinese
yeah.
on me." Like, she didn't even get to point to a
you're
designer or
Chinese,
anything. She
not
just
Asian.
walked in
You're
point
Chinese.
blank. Hey, you're fucking Chinese. Get over here. Write this in Chinese.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah,
That reminds me
yeah.
of just because I've been rewatching The Office, and season 1 is a cringe fest, but when they're in like the dojo and Michael points at like a thing on the wall and he's like, oh, I recognize those characters. That means California roll. And he's like, no, it doesn't. Jesus Christ.
I do laugh about it because I kind of saw, like, both sides. You know how, like, majority of, like, Westerners like getting, you know, Asian characters in their
and then
body,
Asian
or,
characters
like,
love putting fucking shit in English. That doesn't make sense.
Yes, I've always seen it in like the Philippines. Whenever I visit, it'll be like some grandma. Like you can tell, like she's been in the Philippines her whole life. Like very like traditional. It'll be a tattoo that says "fuck you" or something like really obnoxious. I'm like, I don't think they know what that means. But they're rocking the shit.
I've seen people in Asia be like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what this word means. It just looks cool." And they're like, "Oh, that's like a really bad word in English." They're like, "All right, and?"
Yes.
So it's just,
fair enough.
it goes both ways.
When I was in Japan, they were playing "Slob on My Knob" like on the intercom. I'm just like, this is a terrible song.
Uncensored
I was
version.
vibing to it. I was vibing to it. I'm like, there's children in here.
I mean, to be fair, if they don't understand the language, then it doesn't matter. It's just music. You know what I mean?
It's like the first time I heard Bad Bunny and I was jamming, and then Nancy was like, "You know what kind of nasty shit this man is saying right now?" I was like, "I got no clue. I'm just fucking
Same.
That's like quite a few
Hey.
songs I'll listen to for the first time, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good song, and then I'll like look at the lyrics or hear like really
goddamn.
listen one time, and then I'll be like, oh my fucking god, I'm just belting this out. It's crazy. So quick update here from OP.
Oh.
Because everyone said not the asshole. My friend contacted me a day later and apologized for responding to me the way they did. They said they were more worried about the New Year's Eve party being brought down that night, but after sleeping on it and getting back to work, most of them realized that they too would have wanted to know if they got branded with a vulgar word. Also, very few knew Julie and only knew her through Andy, so they mostly tolerate her. Apparently, this isn't her first incident either.
Damn, they don't even fuck with her.
And Julie isn't white, which is kind of funny. Everyone is painting her as some blonde white girl. So apparently, I don't know what race she is, but she's not white, apparently.
She's a dumbass.
Yeah, true. I decided to play peacemaker and talk to Andy and Julie, and even offered to meet them at the tattoo shop. We went Friday night, walked in, and I saw the tattooed artist in question. Funny thing is, most Asian can tell I'm half Asian by looking. So he saw me and went, "You told her what it said, yeah?" And I kind of nonchalantly in Korean.
So he was Korean.
I mean, he's definitely Korean. I mean,
Yeah.
I was going to write perfect Korean and not be.
We had a brief discussion in Korean. He remarked my accent had an American twang to it, asked where my family was from, and found out both our families came from the same city. The gist is, I pointed out that he could get sued for the tat. He admitted he pressed his luck with it and offered to pay out of pocket for another artist in the shop to do a cover-up. I relayed that back to Julie, and that seemed to appease her. She went to one of the, I guess, tattoo people would call workstations, and he explained that she still has to wait 2 months. Julie didn't like that, even when the artist explained the standard procedure is to wait 2 months for the tattoo to heal until a cover-up is done. Andy thankfully Googled it and pointed out that 2 months seems to be a minimum, and more of complex tattoos have up to 6 months recommended healing before a cover-up job. She accepted the offer for a free cover-up, and the paperwork was signed and such. So that is the end of that.
Yeah, but did Julie ever fucking apologize too, as well?
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Fucking racist.
She still thinks he's Chinese, to be honest. Let's be honest here.
How are you speaking perfect Korean and writing perfect Korean? You're fucking Chinese for sure.
This is Chinese characters, right?
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That's pretty
crazy.
funny.
Crazy. That is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Were these people assholes? Let us know down in the comments on YouTube, Discord, or on our subreddit. If you want to hear a story about an OP wearing a wedding dress to a wedding, go check out that at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. You unlock the bonus episodes as well as extra stories every Friday and Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on, giving your takes today. And thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We're going to see you on Monday for Smut, it sounds like.
Ooh.
Smut Day.
Hey. Wake up with
Jesus
some
Christ.
smut on Monday. That's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Bye.
I hate this.
My heart says no, but I am too scared from the red wedding dress one.
He's
So, okay.
traumatized.